This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 323, Challenge, Cut Your Cash-Leaking Umbilical Cord, by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. And I am your host and narrator, Dan. Welcome back to another installment of Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. As I mentioned, today's post is from Mr. Money Mustache. It's a fun one for you. But first, if you would like to meet a bunch of people just like you who are interested in personal finance, minimalism, developing deeper relationships, and more, then come join our Facebook group. It is a great place to talk about the podcast, what you're hearing here, to get some more tips, and we even give away more books there. You can search for Optimal Living Daily Podcasts in Facebook, or the shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook, and I'm going to remind you about this at the end of the episode as well. So for now, let's get right to our post as we optimize your life. Challenge, Cut Your Cash-Leaking Umbilical Cord, by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. The prize for this week's challenge is about $9,000, plus getting the equivalent of about 36 weeks of extra vacation time each year. That would bring you up fairly close to my own level of leisure. The challenge, of course, is to immediately and completely cancel your cable television service forever. Now, I will admit that TV programming has really advanced in modern years with a spectacular array of new channels. At one moment, you could be watching a young Brazilian girl blow a vuvuzela at the World Cup game, and with just the press of a thumb, you could be transported into the deepest reaches of a smoke-filled senior center watching a bingo game. You can study the most incredibly well-produced commercials for an average of 16.5 minutes out of every hour, which will keep you informed of the must-have products of the day, protecting you from accidentally thinking your current products were sufficient. Contemporary television must be great because everyone has it. If you've ever gone for a nighttime walk around your town, as I like to do often, you'll notice that almost every single house has flashing blue lights streaming out through its windows. If you peek through into their living rooms, as I also like to do, you'll notice that about 28% of the televisions are currently displaying advertisements, as predicted by the fraction of 16.5 over 60 minutes in the previous paragraph. The average American and Canadian watches about 4 hours of the stuff each day, adding up to 28 hours a week or 36 40-hour work weeks per year. No, you may be saying, actually, I skip the commercials with my TiVo, and I have HBO and watch all the advanced dramas and stuff. Good for you! You've made your time wasting more efficient at a cost of just a few extra dollars per month. If time wasting were our goal, and this were the Mr. Mundane Mustache blog, you would have already won the challenge. But now let's talk about why you don't want to have cable TV or any television service anymore. First of all, let's be honest. You can't afford it. If you're spending $50 a month on TV service and throwing in the electricity to run a typical modern TV, about $2 a month, you're burning $9,204 every 10 years. And that is assuming that you are 100% immune to television advertising. Some of the world's smartest people are willing to bet about $40 billion per year, the annual television advertising budget in the US, that you are wrong on that. Unless you are already retired, you probably have something better to do with $9,204 and an extra 28 hours per week of free time than TV, right? How would that look? Is it possible to have a fun life without TV service? Well, let's ask Mr. Money Mustache for starters. I haven't had any sort of TV service for about the last 12 years. That's right, we're raising a 5-year-old child who has probably seen less than a dozen TV commercials in his life so far. Surely a good thing for a kid's mental development and ability to focus on things. What does a non-TV watcher do with the extra free time? I guess you could do a lot of things. I use the extra time to cook good food and take care of the house, and go out for nighttime walks to watch other people watching TV. I also get to play with my son a lot more than a normal dad. The extra time adds up to a lot of reading to your kids. At age 5, we've already burned through about 50 big novels, Harry Potters and Hobbits and such, and of course a few hundred kid picture books before that. With only 5 years of experience, I'm still learning about how to be a good parent, but surely this kind of time together kicks the ass of family nights watching Dora the Explorer. And the news, the nightly news. When you switch to getting your news entirely in written form, you are spared for life from the pointless bad news like Chilean miners and families destroyed by car crashes. We didn't even know there was a royal wedding until after it happened. You just read the real stuff. Health, science, business, news, politics. It's all there with 100% less slow-talking, fake expression, makeup-wearing, tanning salon faces. But don't worry, without TV you'll still get your share of moving pictures. Almost everything is available on a streaming basis over the internet anyway. YouTube has the funniest things on earth for free. Netflix has all the commercial movies and great documentaries for $9 a month if you need it, and your friends all have DVD collections from which you could borrow anytime you like. My persuasive list could go on, but I think at this point, the arguments presented have been so profound that there are only two possibilities for readers. One, you already do not have TV and you just read through with a big toothy smile on your face, clapping your hands and shouting out, "Yeah, Mr. Money Mustache, you tell him. Tell it like it is. Hallelujah. N-O to the TV, baby." Or two, you do currently have TV, but you started reading this and your heart started to pound and you realized the colossal enormity of your mistake to this point, the wasted life, the frying brains of your beloved children, and you ran out to the living room and unplugged the thing immediately. Now when you finish reading this article, you're going to look up the customer service phone number to your cable company and get that umbilical cord cut off. Congratulations! Please share your stories of your new life without cable TV. What do you do at night? Where will you stash the extra money each month? Prosperity and happiness for all. Whew, not bad for just a weekly challenge. You just listened to the post titled MMM Challenge, Cut Your Cash Leaking Umbilical Cord by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. And another great post from Mr. Money Mustache. If you're a cord cutter as well, or just looking for something more interesting than watching a screen right now, you can check out our Facebook group. It's a great way to exchange ideas about this stuff, or maybe even set up accountability partners to help with saving, investing, or any of the topics that we read about. Plus, you have more chances to win books from us there. So to find it, you can search for Optimal Living Daily Podcasts and request to join the group, or the shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook. And that's going to do it for today. I will see you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.